What's going on, guys? SKG here. Welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing? Today's basically going to be a full settings guide for Season 15 Eclipse. Basically, every in-game setting you need to get the least amount of visual clutter, the most performance, and the best looking game. We're going to go through literally all of these settings, mainly gameplay and video. So yeah, if you guys find this helpful or you end up liking the video, make sure to actually like the video as it helps me out a ton. But I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time. Let's just get on with the settings. Alright, so the first setting in gameplay tab is going to be interactive prompt style. You definitely want this on compact. Basically what compact does is if I'm walking over loot, you see how everything is nice and compact compared to if I was on default. It's just in your face and really obnoxious and just adds some visual clutter that you don't need. So yeah, I can just put it on compact. I already know what everything does. I don't need that extra visual clutter on my screen. Button hints, I have this off. It's probably beneficial if it's off because if I turn this on, you see how there's buttons at the bottom. Just adds a little bit of visual clutter. It's not too bad, but I just prefer it off. Crosshair damage feedback, you definitely want this off as well. If you put it on an X, if I shoot someone, there'll be a little X or that's like the hit marker. If I put this off, it'll be a lot easier to see what you're actually shooting at. Damage numbers, stacking always. Basically, stacking just gives you one precise number to look at and see I hit him for 75 compared to if I put it on floating. Yeah, it's just 1818. I have to do the math and I can't be bothered, so I'd rather just have it all added up. Having it on both can be cool as well for like clips. It kind of looks nice, but visual clutter, the best performance is stacking. Ping opacity, you definitely want this on faded. Default basically just looks like that, and it's kind of like it's just a bit harder to look at compared to if it's on faded.
Let's go this way.
Like that, it's just a little bit more like less saturated, more faded. Obituaries want this on. Minimap rotation, I have it on, but personally I think off is probably better. So you can always just know that north is north on your minimap, but I'm used to Call of Duty. I'm gonna have it on, but off is probably better. Weapon auto cycle on empty, you definitely want this off as well. You don't want your guns to be switching on you if you don't want them to. I just like having full control of the game, so I don't want the game doing anything for me. Auto sprint off, same thing goes for this one. Basically, I want to manually know when to sprint. I don't want the game auto sprinting for me. Double tap to sprint off. Jetpack control, have this on hold if you play Valkyrie. Incoming damage feedback, put this on 2D. It's very important. I had this on 3D for the longest time because I didn't know about it. But 2D is a lot less visual cluttered, and 3D kind of gets in your way if you're trying to aim at people. So definitely want this on 2D. Taking damage closes, death boxing, or crafting menu, have this off 100%. If you're trying to get a body swap, you're getting shot at, you don't want to be closed out of the menu completely. You want to get that swap off. So put this on off 100%. Probably the most important setting out of all of these. Streamer mode, it's up to you if you want to put this on. Keep a note, if you put it on, it shows you what legend you cracked in the kill feed. So if you crack a legend and you don't know who it was, it says you cracked seer or whatever. So you know that you cracked a seer. You know that the enemy team has a seer, if that makes sense. If you want a competitive advantage, have this on. But for me personally, I just have it off. Anonymous mode, up to you, disabled. Usage sharing, enabled. Performance display, I have it on just so I can monitor my FPS and my ping. Colorblind mode, definitely want this on Tritanopia. This basically bumps up the whole saturation of the game, especially like shield swaps and body swaps to make them easier to see. If you're like coming down from the dropship, you can easily see if there's a purple shield lying on the floor. Subtitles off, you don't want them on. Visual clutter, subtitle size doesn't really matter. Alright, moving on to mouse and keyboard. This is going to be a short segment because it's mainly just personal preference. But main things are you want mouse acceleration off, mouse invert off, lighting effects. And I personally have all my keys basically default. It's personal preference, up to you. Default binds work for me. They work for about 80% of the player base, so it's up to you really. But those are the two main settings here. Controller, I don't really play controller, so I don't know too much about it, but we can just move on. Alright, the video tab. This might be the most important tab. Display mode, 100% you want this on full screen. Anything that's not full screen, there's input delay and it's not using the full performance of your PC. Aspect ratio, I play stretch resolution 16 by 10, 1680 by 1050. If you want to know how to get stretch resolution, click the link in the top card. That's my 1440 by 1080 guide. If you want to get 1680 by 1050, just substitute the values in. It's not that hard. But yeah, that guide's really good. Brightness, I have this on 80% just because I think it's a good balance between like being able to see in the shadows and not getting like flash banged in the sunlight. So I run 80%. I think it's pretty good at mid ground. Field of view, you definitely want this on 110. I play 120 FOV, but I think personally 110 is probably the best in terms of aiming ability. FOV ability scaling, disabled 100%. If you play Octane or Bloodhound, where if you use an ability that gives you a speed boost, your FOV will actually change to make it seem like you're going faster. So if you play Octane and you stim, your FOV will change and your aim will be not one-to-one. It won't be scaled properly. So you definitely want this on disabled. Sprint view shake, minimal. And then now onto the advanced video settings. Basically, I have everything completely nerfed except for Tetris streaming budget. If you guys really want the best out of your performance, put this on none or very low. So yeah, VSync on disabled, NVIDIA reflex enabled plus boost, anti-aliasing none. Basically everything on just low. The most important ones in this category are these 4 down here. These just add unnecessary visual clutter that you just do not need at all. So model detail, effects detail, impact marks, and ragdolls, just put them literally on all low or disabled. Now on audio, it all comes to personal preference as well. My master volume is 55. I think that's a good balance. Voice chat input, put that on your main microphone. Push to talk 100%, put this on push to talk. No one likes an open mic Andy. Open microphone threshold, not many people know about this. If you put this on the max, it'll make your mic louder in game. So if your friends are telling you that your mic is super quiet or something, just bump this up to, what is that, 100,000, 10,000. Incoming voice chat volume, you can put this on 100%. If you're just getting annoyed by teammates, you can always just turn it all the way down. Sound effects volume, bunch of stuff. Lobby music, 0, 0, 0. Sound in background off. Also, if you want the maximum performance out of your game, there's stuff you can do in the game files to help boost FPS just that little bit more. Basically, how you do that is you want to come to your desktop real quick, come to the Windows, type in saved games, go to your saved games folder, go to respawn, Apex, local, and yeah, your video config file should open up. These are all my video configs. If you guys just want to pause the video right now and just copy everything, I'll point out a couple points that are worth noting. This setting.stream_memory is your texture streaming budget. 1 million is around medium, 500,000 is medium to low, and then 100,000 is pretty low. So just keep that in mind to change. My resolution, I'm playing 1680 by 1050. If you want to change that to native, just type in 1920 by 1080 and that'll be your native resolution that most people are playing at. Also right here in your settings.cm_enabled, these are going to be your shadows. So make sure this is set to 0. This will be a huge performance boost because you won't have any shadows that are just chewing up your GPU. Also, you can add a autoexec file to just boost FPS just that little bit more, as well as provide other benefits as well. I'll leave my autoexec in the description down below in a Google Drive link. Just download that and then literally just drag it and paste it into this folder here, and it should come up like this. You can change some of the stuff here. Basically, this just sets my FPS to 144. This one binds F12 to reset my auto exec. So if I change a setting in game, your auto exec gets disabled. So you can just press F12 and then it just initializes the auto exec. Dev skips intro. This skips the EA intro when you first launch the game. FOV scale, this gives me 120 FOV. Particle CPU level 0 reduces the quality of particles. This disables ragdolls. You can kind of see what these all do. It kind of has like a little description right here. So yeah, just general, just quality of life things that you need to just boost FPS basically. Yeah, those are basically all the settings that I run and that I think are the best for performance, visual clutter, and just making your game look more vibrant, more better, just stuff like that. If you guys want a full settings guide talking about in the video settings, monitor settings, stuff like that, let me know in the comment down below and I'll be sure to. I tried to keep this short and concise, so a like rating down below would be appreciated, as well as a subscribe while you're down there. It's completely free and you can always change your mind later. Link to all my socials in the Discord, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.